Welcome back to Chinese Car Guy. Today I have something that is very special for you. It is Tesla Model Y L, a 6-seater Model Y that is currently only available in China. It will be eventually rolled out to the rest of the world. Just looking at the exterior, there's not much differences between this long wheelbase versus the ordinary Model Y. You do have the Model YYY, which stands for the longer wheelbase. You still have a very nice back and a beautiful red LED light, similar to the normal Model Y. This nice ducktail is also the same, but you can see that the contour is definitely more sloped here. I can definitely see that this part of the car is way bigger than an ordinary Model Y. It is almost similar to a Mercedes GLC coupe. As such, it allows you to have room for third row of seats. Now, before I continue to share more about this car, make sure you smash the like button right now. It is completely free and it helps this channel tremendously. We are currently at 1,200 subscribers. We are aiming to hit 10,000 subscribers. If you'd like to see more videos about Chinese cars, make sure you smash the subscribe button as well, and it will help this channel tremendously. Thank you so much for your support. Now let's continue. To assess the third row, you do have a pathway here to go to the back. Let me recline this seat all the way forward so that I have a little more space to showcase. Wow, look at this. Check this out. So if I am at the back, I'm seated here, my headroom is still okay. And there's a glass panel here. However, my leg room is actually quite cramped. As you can see, I'm 5'9", and my knee is very close to the front passenger seat. I don't know whose tissue is that, by the way. I just rented this car, so this is already here. My feet is able to slide inside, but I can't have 2 feet sliding in. It's actually extremely uncomfortable. Another interesting thing is that sitting here, I'm actually facing slightly leftwards, similar to this seat. If I'm sitting here, I'm actually facing slightly rightwards. So it's kind of a weird feeling. I think for short trips, I can put one leg here and one leg here. But if I have another passenger sitting here, then it's gonna be very awkward. Unless this passenger is a child, then things might be easier. Anyway, have a look at this. We do have a cup holder, individual air vents, and we can adjust our seats forward and backward. Oh, look at this. I'm gonna press this. Oh, wow, there's quite a bit of recline. So this is quite good. However, again, if it is very sunny, then the sun is actually shining to your eyes like this. So that might not be the most optimal way of sitting. Another thing is that for my thighs, they are actually elevated. So I'm pretty much sitting on the floor. Since I'm sitting here and this knee and leg room is currently favorable to me. Now check out how it will feel like if I'm seated in the second row of seats. So in order for the third row to feel comfortable, my second row have to move forward a little. I think that the knee room and leg room is actually quite comfortable. My feet is able to slide below, so that's quite good. And the knee room is relatively acceptable. You do have your physical air vents and you can pretty much control by yourself. And also you have a screen that you can play around with to control things that you want. Model Y L also has this beautiful sunroof here that is almost fully transparent, to be honest. So it is good when it's not super sunny. Now the sun is behind that cloud, but earlier when the sun is out, ooh, it is tough. It shines straight into your eyes. So if you don't want that, you do have to get a cover to cover it to avoid being baked. One interesting change is that this armrest can be activated by pressing this, and it is electronically ascended. This is something different because Tesla is usually very simplistic and mechanical when it comes to small components, but this is electronically adjusted. So this is quite interesting. If this is a family car without anybody sitting at the third row, then the space that I have here is actually enormous. I want to quickly talk about the price. This car retails around 47,000 US dollars in China, and it is about close to 30% more than a normal Model Y. But the key thing is that the seats offered here is not as luxurious as some of the other competitors that are available in China. For example, you have the Envoy L90, cars like the L9 or the Neo SE8. These are some of the cars that are even cheaper than this car, but way more luxurious. They have 3 rows of seats that are very spacious. They also have sofas, televisions, and refrigerator, you name it. So it's actually interesting to see how this car will play out in terms of competition. However, if you are a die-hard Tesla fan and you only shop Tesla, then this car is definitely one of the top in the list, because if you compare this car to a normal Model Y, this car is slightly more expensive, but it has a bigger battery, a longer range. It also has a bigger capacity. If you're not sitting in the 3 rows of seats and only utilizes 2, then the space that you have in the car is actually quite enormous. If you want to adjust these seats, then you have these buttons to do it. They're all electronically adjustable. You can pretty much move a house here. Look at this space. So if you are looking to compare this Model Y L against the normal Model Y, then this is a no-brainer. Because even if you do not need 3 rows of seats, this extra row will give you a bigger wheelbase and gives you more capacity for weekend trips. Another cool thing about this car is that this board has a magnet here that will attach to these 2 seats. So it's actually very easy to open the cover. And this goes pretty deep. The reason for this is that they have moved the rear motor slightly forward to allow this deep space to be utilized as a trunk. So if you are looking for bigger capacity, this car is definitely the bomb. Interestingly, the drag coefficient of this car is way better than an ordinary Model Y. There's some interesting physics behind it, because the longer the car, the better it is able to achieve a better drag coefficient. Now check out the driver's seats. Here it also says Model YYY to signify this is the longer wheelbase. Now everything is very similar to the normal Model Y. You have this very responsive screen that is actually 16-inch, slightly bigger than the normal Model Y, which is 15.6-inch. It is extremely responsive and very easy to use. You have the beautiful signal changing stop. This is back. This is perfect. As for the others, it's pretty much similar. I always prefer big and round steering wheels over those yoke style, which I find it hard to accustom to. 2 wireless charging pads and very deep storage. Cup holders and another deep storage. These are like the standard stuff. So what do you think? Would you buy this car over the normal Model Y? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Most importantly, please don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel tremendously and it's completely free. I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you.